And hello fellow tankers, Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today we are in a British tier 10 heavy tank FV215B. Yes guys, I still don't have this tank on my account, so you see me play on Zippy's account here. He researched this tank a while back and I did play a game in it before, but I didn't really put it into extensive test. So a couple weekends ago I decided to hop on Zippy's account and give this tank a try to see what it can do, how good it is, whether this tank is still relevant in the game. And I gotta tell you, boys and girls, I was really pleasantly surprised. This tank is a machine, absolute machine. If people don't know how to pen you can side scrape and use that rate of fire to best of your abilities. This tank has arguably the best gun in the game, with crazy stats like aiming time of 1.7 seconds. With decent crew, vents and rammer, this tank will reload in about 7 seconds and can put out average 400 alpha per shot, although I did notice that it usually rolls below 400, somewhere between 350 and 400, with occasional roll over 400. Top speed of 34 kilometers per hour is not too bad. It gets up and down the hills pretty good. Engine power is 950 HP with power to weight ratio of 13.57. Chance of fire 20%, so I suggest that you carry automatic fire extinguisher with this tank. This tank also possesses 7 degrees of gun depression, which is not that bad at all. So you can utilize it when you're fighting up a slight ridge. Another super stat for this tank is its view range, which is 410 meters. So if you slap on coated optics and have recon and situational awareness on your crew, if you play this tank up front, you will be able to spot a lot of opposition. Anyway, enough about the tank. Today I'm showing you a game which is quite special. Nothing exceptional when it comes to damage, but what happened in this particular game was complete teamwork. Teamwork from a random friendly who decided to come and help me in a bad situation. And you'll see what happens here. And there isn't too many players like that to risk their tank in order to save the flank. And in this situation, that was perfect play by this guy. So Jess Heartless, I applaud you for coming to my rescue. And I really appreciate you rescuing me and being part of this game with me. And I appreciate the help. Anyway, let's get into the game and see what transpired here. So as you can see, we are in a pickle. We went to the flank and none of our friendlies, or not many of our friendlies, decided to come to that flank. The lucky thing that I have, the good thing going for me, is the fact that at B8 there is FV215B. So at least he's supporting me in this situation. And I'm able to survive here. Not only because of the friendly that's going to come and help me later, but also because of the FV215B. So I'm trying to hold this position as well as I can, and you know, I knew at this point in time that my seconds are basically numbered. I knew that was gonna be gone in no time because I get flanked from both sides here. There's too many reds, just too many reds over here. I have a good position behind the rock so that Artie cannot get me, but all of a sudden, look what happens. Jess Heartless is a gamer tag of the guy in a butt shot. He came in, he responded to my SOS calls. He came in and he helped me deal with this flank. And without him, I would have probably fallen. This flank would have probably fallen. But because he did show up and he did respond to my SOS calls, we managed to destroy this flank. And it's just absolutely fantastic because in many cases, when I find myself in a situation like this, when I find myself committing to a flank, I will die because no one wants to come and help, or no one responds to calls, no one responds to map and what's going on the map. So yeah, this time it was quite fortunate. Anyway, so we survived this encounter here. Now we're gonna try to get this Centurion 7-1 out of the game. In the meantime, our Butchat friendly is busy with another autoloader that engaged him there. And I'm not sure why he did that. That autoloader could have came and taken me out of the game. But our Butchat friend survives. And we're going to clean up this flank quite nicely. Just like that. Quite unusual. I gotta tell you guys, quite unusual. He still survived. I'm looking for a command here. I wanted to say thank you, but I couldn't really find a command. And since I couldn't find a command, I decided to progress further. Now, apologies for switching to third-person view right here. The reason why is because I ran out of hard drive space, and unfortunately I had to just get the ending from the replay system. But regardless, there's not gonna be anything happening over here in the last minutes. It's just a cleanup time. What I did at the end of the game here, I tried to say thank you. I tried to say thank you to Jess Heartless for helping me in this game again. And what I wanted is just his response. So I kept on saying that. I wanted to see if he's actually gonna respond to my call. Just give me affirmative, something, anything, you know. Because, like I said, I mean, in 90% of games, or even 99% of games, to be honest, there isn't anyone that tries to come in and help you on the flank, especially if you're isolated like this. But just Heartless does respond. I don't know if it's a guy or if it's a girl, but I do appreciate your help. And yeah, I wouldn't mind rolling with you any day, honestly. Guys, pay attention to the map. Always pay attention to the situation, especially if you're in a tank that can make a difference, like an autoloader, especially an autoloader, or something with a big alpha, like a Death Star or FV215. You can make a difference. So respond to the map, respond to your friendly's calls, and try to bail them out, try to get them out of trouble. Anyway, like I mentioned to you guys, it's not really a spectacular game, although we did manage to put up, what, 7.3k combined damage, simply because we were tracking the opposition with FV4005 sitting in the background. We still managed to put up 3.3k damage, so instead of having a really crappy game, we turned it to a really decent one. We ended up with Class 1 Mastery for this game, 1418 base XP, with 2 kills. We fired 12 shots, we had 10 direct hits and 9 penetrations, but in reality, this game was all about the survival. And if you guys haven't noticed, there's another YouTuber that was in this game with me. Let's see if you can point that out for me. So if you can, leave a comment below and we'll go from there. Anyway guys, I have a lot more FV215 gameplay for you. I had a pretty nice run when I was on Zippy's account, so I'll probably be posting those games later on at some point in time. But that's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit, checking out.